Welcome back. All our top stories can be found on our website, and that's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app has an eyewitness feature. We'd like to encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. The Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Professor Bem Angwe, says it had begun investigations into the death of 2 workers killed during the visit of the NLC president to the governor of Nasarawa State over an industrial action in July. Mr. Angwe disclosed this during a fact-finding visit to Lafia, the state capital. The NHRC boss says investigations will be carried out without sentiment to ensure justice prevails.
The dwindling economic fortunes of many states in Nigeria and the inability of these states to meet their obligations to workers in terms of salaries has led to a series of face-offs between civil servants and government officials across the country. A similar situation in Nasarawa State in July got ugly and 2 civil servants lost their lives. Today, the National Human Rights Commission is in the state on a fact-finding mission. The team, led by the Executive Secretary, Professor Bem Angwe, makes its first stop at the Government House, where the Commission pledges a thorough and fair investigation.
In line with our mandate, we admitted the allegations and the complaint for purposes of investigation and for the enforcement of the rights of the victims. We have also commenced investigation into these allegations.
Again, I assure you that my government and all officers that will partake in this investigation will give you all the necessary cooperation to ensure that this exercise is a success. I wish you all the best.
The team then moves to the State Police Command, whose officers were also accused of misuse of firearms by the NLC, an allegation the police boss defends.
Investigation has been taken over from us. The first CID, under the instruction of the Inspector General of Police, has taken over investigation. As such, we cannot say much on that investigation anymore, even though we have submitted our preliminary investigation that we have done.
The General Manager of the State's Broadcasting Service is also joined in the petition. Mr. Yusuf Musa narrates his side of the story.
As they broke everything in the car, I heard them saying, "Bring petrol, let's burn the idiot." They were shouting. And one police officer, an ASP, I cannot recollect his name, saw this thing. He was on top of the slope like this. So he rushed down and said, "Who are you burning?" And he saw me and my car battered.
The team also met with the leadership of the state organized labor for more clarification.
The rights.
In the meantime, all parties accused in the petition and those involved in the incident have been instructed to submit a statement of oath to enable adequate investigation and recommendations to put an end to the violation of human rights in the state.
And the Imo State government in the southeast now, Imo State Police Command have arrested an army official attached to 33 Artillery Brigade in Bauchi State, who is alleged to be the leader of a dangerous 4-man gang operating along the Hoba, Ohaje-Egbema local government area of Imo State. Parading the suspects at the command headquarters in Owerri, the state capital, alongside 30 other suspected criminals involved in kidnapping, armed robbery and car snatching. The Imo State Commissioner of Police, Taiwo Lakano, says the suspects were arrested at different locations across the state following intelligence gathering by men of the command and useful tip-offs by strategic members of the public who furnished the police with information. Meanwhile, one of the suspects, while being interrogated by newsmen, pleaded his innocence in the offense leveled against him.
Consolidate on the continuing achievements by the State Police Command and following the commitments and efforts of the officers and men, The command has successfully made arrest of over 30 suspects involved in various crimes ranging from kidnapping, armed robbery, housebreaking, stealing, child trafficking, and other heinous crimes. In the state, some of whom have been charged to court.
From there to Edo State in the South-South, the Independent Electoral Commission is introducing the Electoral Risk Management Tool to its staff and electorate for the conduct of the Edo State governorship election. Now, the ERMT facilitator at a one-day training for the INEC staff in Benin City, the Edo State headquarters, said the goal of the tool is to serve as an early warning system of sorts against violence and help promote coordination between INEC, security agencies, and other stakeholders. She said the tool was successfully used for the 2015 election as well as the Kogi State governorship election.
Conducting elections in Nigeria often comes with its attendant security risks for both officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and other stakeholders in the electoral process. For this reason, the Independent National Electoral Commission Edo State decided to take a day to sensitize its officials on the electoral risk management tools for the September 2016 governorship election in Edo State. Mr. Oscar Lee Amachi, who represented the resident electoral commissioner at the event, says this training is to educate officials to be able to identify warning signs of violence before, during, and after the election.
To identify, analyze, and mitigate election-related violence. But you know, the entire can corner you somewhere and tell you what you are not supposed to do or what you wouldn't like to do. They go and inflate figures. And in doing that now, we have overvoting.
Mrs. M.M. Umore of the Electoral Risk Management ERM team of INEC disclosed that as a preventive measure against violence, the Commission will paste the phone numbers of the ERM at the polling units to enable the electorate to report indications of violence at the polling centers.
The fact that in a particular polling unit the card reader is not working or the poll official is forced not to use the card reader, if that happens in that polling unit and many others, that alone is enough to earn us inconclusive election. We throw our numbers out there to the public. They call us, we call them to verify. When they call and report a particular incident, we call the EO, narrow down to the poll officials, call them to verify.
INEC has identified violence as the major cause of inconclusive elections in the past. And with this training, the electoral umpire hopes the Edo State governorship election will be conclusive.
You're watching news across Nigeria, where we tell you what's happening now across the Nigerian Federation. Stay with us. A zone of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics is threatening to go on strike. We'll tell you where and what for in just a moment.